Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we look at the soufriere volcano in Saint Vincent, the increase in popo crimes, and many more. Imagine being in the heart of a volcanic eruption and all you're hearing is a blood, oh, blood, oh, blood, oh, blam, 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 out of 14. As the Jamaican artist say, we could have caused all of this. Could it be a case of reprisal? If you are sleeping, you hear the echoes. One time they were wailing and moaning. Brap, 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 brap. Semi-automatic bus off. During the eruption, several persons were sent to Dovecat. But you see the thing is, and now is the time of the big C. So even though you say that you see a man, you cannot recognize him properly because everyone is under mask. It is alleged that Chi high officials in St. Vincent and the Grenadines went to our man yard and put the 49-foot hand to so blam. The man say that there was a lady in the crowd. And the lady push and thing in his mouth and tell him, watch ya. If you on the talk, you get one of this. As the officials sped off, Papi ball out. Them hit me in my foot. Ooh, yeah. Papi said he made a report to the police. And up to this day, no one have been arrested. Songs change, Naju. But that is the allegations right now in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So you believe that it is facts or friction? Papi, is there anything that you did that you are not telling us? Is it so strange that someone in their right mind would just run up on you and hold your foot and just rinse it 14 in it? To be honest, sometimes it have persons that like to hit her voice. For example, I was in a van one time and two bad men square off. And the one man and the other man are one bad man. And you tell him, boy, make me slap your ground like a liquor boy in your face. Just for talks. You gonna hit a man because he says something. What happen, you are the man father? A bad man. You know, sometimes there will be repercussions and consequences. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see more videos like this one. Someone stole O'Malley's 50-inch television. Who did that? Please bring it back immediately. The man is at shelter, and someone went behind the man back and took the television. Yes, I am talking about the same O'Malley who was engaged to Winter Post. In other untold stories, officer says that this is not an NDP government. There is a video circulating on social media in which an officer went to a property to settle a land dispute. So the statement was uttered loudly. This is not an NDP government. It could be two reasons why the statement was uttered. Probably because the lawyer representing the other side was an NDP candidate in the last generals. Or what the man could mean is that at the red side run things right and now. This is our time. Uno can't tell we way for do. You ever watch that episode with Oliver? When Oliver go up in the prison and he meet up on some bad man. And the man them start to use Oliver. And the man them say, when me tell you get up boy. When me tell you run boy, this is our time. I remember one of the man say, imagine that you dance pan a lady. Hug up and dance, boy. But you remember the table was torn when the officer came in and he read out the wrong charges for Oliver. And the man them misinterpret the charges and write this now. Oliver become a bad man. And the same man and them used to tell Oliver, go sit down, boy. Them same one have to go hide under bed. You see? What we basically saw in the video is that some officers came to her property and certain things were mentioned, and the young lady that owned the property was telling the officers that her brother only owned 13% of the shares in the property. Right now, persons are in shelters. So it's like the wife of the brother probably evacuated and she returned home now to collect certain things. But on her return, she met the doors locked. So it's like the young lady want to know what is going on. How come we leave here and when we return it's different locks? The sister of the brother was saying that she would provide the young lady with her things. The little scenario jumped off, and the officer told the wife to break off the locks. The situation could have been handled differently, but as I said, we don't know what went on. We only saw one side of the video, so we cannot make a judgment. And you see, personal family issues, untold stories would not be a part of such. Could Nemo update us on the recent activities at the soufriere volcano? Because yesterday it looked foggy up in the mountains, as if like it erupted in the night. When you go to the countryside, it's white again. And the leeward side, it's the same. And the countryside a few days before, it was green. And now it's white again. So, as you know by now, and as I said in a previous episode, the big man gave an order for persons to return to the orange zone. I'm sure some houses in the orange zone got damaged because I've seen several places where roofs have caved in. Before you gave that order, did you do an assessment to see who is eligible to return or not? So what you send them go do? Put them bucket up on the floor to catch water when the roofs are leaking. Mr. Big Man, something wrong. It is like these times the big man is not thinking straight. Probably he needs to see a man in Canary called weatherboard. So, over the past few weeks, several persons have contacted Untold Stories to dial Nemo's number. Since the evacuation day, it's only this week that Nemo answered. A statement was put out asking if the big C is finished. Why are people still gathering in large numbers? I am surprised that lady did not say that in December. When the rallies were being held, you kept silent. So why are you talking now? Why you did not tell the big man and no public gathering? You allowed it. The way things are going right now in this country, that the young people are not getting opportunities, only some. By 2025, it would not be St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it would be St. Vincent and the Gonzales. Yes, I said it. And if Friday was doing the same thing, I would have said the same thing. I will say this again. I am not on any side. When we see wrong, we identify wrong. When we see a spade, we call it a spade. Imagine so many small businesses with knowledge putting application to get a prime grant, but they were refused, and it was given to sons of big business moguls who could have done better. So what you are telling me is the opportunity for us here? You remember when that came out? They began to publish the list. But when people recognize some of the names on the list, they were surprised. So they hid the names after. Remember, we know some of these people on the list, they don't know anything about their business. Where is their business? Oh, we forgot. I thought that was what the prime grant was for, to help out people with small businesses or to start up a business. I didn't know that you have to be a card holder. The world is watching. It's like every day these guys do something that attracts the world's attention. And now they are seeing what is actually going on in St. Vincent. Floods, volcano, and extreme poverty. What is taking so long with the going away process? Don't you want other people to leave? Or you are trying to get them to stay? Why is this taking so long when the countries have already said they are welcoming such and such? I asked a question and I will continue asking this since the evacuation was done. How many people went to Dovecat because of kidney troubles? And if my question is a wrong question, why were you guys rushing to open back the health center in Georgetown? And no further questions, Your Honor. I rest my case. I just want to big up the entire St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional and the international countries that are supporting and praying for us. We thank you. Please remember on May 22nd, Paradise Adventure would be having an overnight trip to Beckwith. So please contact Zezran Rajigas on Instagram.